Ever since I came to Australia, which was about 4 years ago, I've been getting lots of questions. Could I please try your glasses on? What's your real name? Are you from North or South Korea? How do you swear in Korean? But the most frequently asked question was, why? Why have I decided to come to Australia where I knew no one and barely spoke English? Well, there's so many reasons, but I can say the most important reason was definitely the different lifestyle. Education, values, culture, food, and language. All of these elements made me feel eager to come to Australia. I was born in Seoul, the capital city of South Korea. It's right there where the circle is. And that's the photo of the apartment where I spent my whole life before I came here. I had a different schooling system, and I could never imagine having the same relationships that I have now with the teachers and friends back in Korea. That's me when I just turned 14, wearing my uniform. As you can see, the uniforms were so different as well. The treatment of students by the adults were very different, and we had distinctive values to our schooling life as well. Like St Hilda's values diversity of interest, in Korea it's more about specializing. Then our cultural things, like that you guys have, such as giving a hug to each other when you meet someone for the first time, rather than bowing. And definitely, there was a difference with the language. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to come to a school like this. Because I come from such a different place, I can tell you honestly, yes, I did struggle to get used to my new life, new system, and new home. I had to come up with some strategies because I was basically crying every single night in the boarding house for the first few weeks at St Hilda's. Now I fully understand how new girls can feel a bit lost and just simply not know how to get used to their new environment. I wanted to tell you that even a girl like me was able to survive, and so now I'm standing here talking about strategies. I'm not going to lie, you will struggle, but here are my tips. First of all, get involved. Now, I was literally one of the shyest and quietest girls in the world. I'm still an extreme introvert. Getting involved was definitely a challenge for me, and I still find it really difficult. One of the boarding house mothers told me that I need to start getting more involved. This was after I've been crying for weeks and feeling homesick. But I simply started with joining badminton because that was the only thing that I knew how to play, and I wasn't even good at it. Now, I've been part of so many of the school activities, including sports, leadership, and many other co-curricular activities. I'm here to tell you that it helps you to form some amazing relationships with people. Regardless of which year grade you're in, you might even find your best friend. It gives you an idea how the school system operates as well, and this can come very handy sometimes. And trust me, you might even find something more about yourself as well. My second strategy is learn the conversational language. Obviously, that is quite easy for an English speaker. You find the common topic to talk about and then chat. But for people like me, it's a different story.
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 남혜민입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다.
Well, that was the Korean. A bit confusing for most of you, but it's how most conversations sounded to me when I first came here. What to do about it? Try listening to different types of music, watch TV shows, try out some sport. I started listening to punk rock, and without noticing, I was engaging with some of the people around me that I would never thought of. I never used to listen to punk rock, but now I've become obsessed with it. And recently, I've learned how to skateboard, and now my friend Sasha, we sometimes go to the park and skateboard, and skateboarding has become one of our common interests. Third strategy, learn cultural differences. Here's an example of difference. In Korea, if someone asks you if you would like something, example, a cup of tea, you must always pretend that you don't really want it. And they have to insist on giving it to you. Here in Australia, people are more straightforward. When they say no, it means no. I had personal experience with this when I kept trying to give my friend Hannah some food. She kept saying no, and I kept forcing her until she had to yell at me. Bear with me, it's the last strategy. Last of all, say yes. Now, I don't mean say yes when someone asks to borrow $5,000 from you. say yes to making yourself get out of your comfort zone. For me, it was to go up to someone and say hello first. Then, when I got better at it, I could do something crazy in the boarding house, and as a result, I made some amazing memories. Hashtag boarding life. Don't be afraid to speak up during class. Eventually, you might have the courage to get up and talk at TEDx. Set yourself some higher challenges. Yes, it will make you cry sometimes, and it will make you smile. But it will definitely help you to understand yourself and what you're capable of. Newbies need to adopt positive strategies, and old hands need to always remember and try to understand that newbies are facing a completely new challenge. And even if they can't always show it, they probably appreciate your help a lot. If you are finding yourself lost, doesn't matter if you're an international student or a local, I think those strategies might be helpful for any of you guys. If you see someone who are struggling a little, give them a bit of time and smile, because who knows, that smile can mean so much to them. Thank you.